What's up, guys? I'm back, and I'm here to review Split, directed by M. Night Shyamalan, who directed a movie I hate, also known as The Happening, and a movie I love, Unbreakable, and all his other stuff. It's just middling. It's either super terrible or alright. Nothing that great, apart from maybe The Sixth Sense. But yeah, Split stars James McAvoy, and he plays a man with 23 identities in his head. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, he's really going to ham up this role with 23 different characters in his head. But I thought he did it alright. I thought the characters we saw out of the 23, we didn't see all of them in the film, but the ones we saw were very, very well defined. Like, there was Hedwig, the little kid one. There was Barry, the artsy one. There were like all these different sides of this person, and it came from a real emotional place and a real life thing that can happen. I don't want to spoil what it is, because this review is mostly non-spoilers. I will get into spoilers in a bit. But yeah, as seen in the trailer, one day, I'm just going to call him Barry. Barry came up and he stole 3 teenage girls, and he locks them underground, and you're like, what is this going to do? So this whole film has 2 plots. It has an A plot and a B plot, like most films. But the A, well, actually 3 plots. There's an A plot, B plot, and a C plot. But whereas the A plot is what you get in the trailers, like, oh, it's a girl being kidnapped. The B plot in this film is actually, in my opinion, slightly better. It follows a psychiatrist who's looking after Barry. I'm not going to spoil what happens there, but that's really good. And the C plot is about one of the characters in the film. I'm not going to say who. But yeah, this film has some really good acting in it. And as far as M. Night Shyamalan movie goes, it's definitely one of the better ones, because he doesn't really make that good of a movie normally. He normally makes something like The Last Airbender, or The Happening, or The Happening. Did I mention I hate The Happening? Anyway, besides the point, acting-wise, as I said, pretty on point. I really liked James McAvoy in it, and I liked the girl who gets the main character, the role of the main character, you could say. I enjoyed her parts. And yeah, just overall, a really suspenseful movie, because they don't just have like a straightforward horror movie. They do something I like in horror, where they have the horror elements and comedy elements. I don't know if you noticed this, because I did do a review of The Evil Dead, and I said exactly the same thing there. But yeah, it has horror and comedy elements in this film as well. And I think the horror elements hit really hard, and the comedy elements hit really hard, and it's a good balance between the two, because you're either on your edge suspenseful, like, it's not really horror, it's more of a thriller kind of thing. You're like on your edge of your seat, like, oh my god, what's going to happen? Or you're laughing, because it has some pretty good humour in it. Yeah. Now getting into spoilers. Just before we get into spoilers, if you're wondering what I'm going to rate this out of 5 stars, I would give it a 4.5. Anyway, getting into spoilers. So if you have not seen the movie Split, turn off the video now. I'll just give you 1 second. So yeah, the movie Split is a spin-off of Unbreakable. I didn't see that coming. I was shocked. And I love Unbreakable. Unbreakable is one of my favourite films. I was going to pull out the Blu-ray, but I haven't got it yet, because I'm waiting for it to arrive. But yeah, a real twist. Wasn't expecting it. And what's his name? Bruce Willis shows up very briefly, and this is kind of like a leeway point between Unbreakable and the much wanted Unbreakable 2. So that kind of confirms M. Night Shyamalan is working on an Unbreakable 2. I'll probably do a later video explaining what this means for film and like why everyone should be excited. But yeah, and the funny thing is, they have more than just the Bruce Willis scene. They have a lot of like foreshadowing in the film towards it, especially with the B plot with the psychiatrist. There's a lot of foreshadowing towards superhumans. So yeah, there you go. I was just giving my thoughts on that end credit scene. So there we go, guys. That was a review of M. Night Shyamalan's new film, Split.